Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
There we go. Here we go. Time to end it. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And he's got the rookie from Oklahoma, Marquise Brown. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at the 20. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton, and the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 88 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. He takes us from the 30 to the 34. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From midfield here, Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense up.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll make our score 14-7. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. He's got his man, it's Andrews. Give him a couple on the catch, it's 2nd and 8.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Sean Williams. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Well, later tonight, we have more football. Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field. And Dalton to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Bullock good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They go play action now. Jackson, blitz coming, and down he goes. Preston Brown gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
52's the mic. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. New mic, 52. Let's go. That's it. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, mic 52. Mic 52.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Now here's Ross. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know.
And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating, steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage. A handoff to Mixon. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by Jordan Willis.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Jackson now. And an alley to run. He's got room to run past the 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And he missed it. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out.
Let's go.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. Stiff-armed him. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a gain is 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Out of bounds at the 41-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
2. 65.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
93, 52, 93, 44. Here you go.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. But some credit there to A.J. Green because he's so tough to cover. Sometimes he causes those penalties.
And he's one of the more difficult guys to cover in the NFL because of his ability to do just about anything on a route. Hard to do. Creates a lot of pass interference calls.
The final act of the 1st half, Dalton. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
He's coming. Double up.
So Dalton now. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Dalton now to pass. The 30, the 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, 84 yards, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Let me in this. What we got? What we got? What we got? 57's the mic.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just... going to be an incompletion. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Jackson. Out left side here to Bryant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch for Bryant. He's got a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right. Just
remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
4 down, check, 4 down. 57's the mic.
From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Dez Bryant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no out to the 25-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
1st and 10 for Dalton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Check safety, check safety. Slant, slant. Patch it. Check team spell. Kill. Check 44, check 44.
2 by 2. Move. Hands up.
Second and 5 now. Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a game.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
25, check.
Play action. Now Jackson. Eluding. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. So first and 10 now from the 30. Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll throw on first down to Jackson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. And it's second down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. Now Jackson throwing again. Stepping up, he's going to, oh no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. They'll run with Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
We got this on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Show.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Going deep here for Bryant. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Hey.
Give me some.
Hey, go, 368.
Watch out.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, Dalton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
41
Mike, right here. 41 Mike.
Hands up.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. 41 Mike.
Yeah, 5-6. Hey, I-7.
You got to wedge that, huh? Let's pick it up.
Dalton here from the gun.
Let's get it off the field.
Looking deep downfield. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Whip. Watch the whip. Come on.
Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Showing it.
20, and now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Mike, hut, lead.
It's a slant.
93, 52,
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Matt Judon in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
61, matchbox right.
Here's a give to Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
He'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So from the 36 now, first and 10. So now Dalton. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross with time running out. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the ready. 2. Watch 52. 52 is the mic. Squeeze, double. Hustle.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Forced out to his left. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's now second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Go.
Now Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
That's good for Baltimore. First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This from long, very long range. Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires. And joy will reign in the Inner Harbor as the Ravens have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it.